And Israel is charged with genocide because of the scale of the killing and the catastrophe it has laid upon the Palestinian people. A Palestinian is being killed at the moment every 6 minutes. 2 Palestinian mothers killed every hour. A Palestinian child killed every 12 minutes. And a fact that I cannot process and cannot get out of my mind. 10 children in Gaza every day at the moment having one or both legs amputated without anaesthetic.
So my name's Sam Tarry. I'm a Member of Parliament here in East London for the Labour Party. I'm one of the 56 Labour MPs that voted for a ceasefire in Gaza in Parliament before Christmas. That we're here as British citizens, of people of conscience, as fellow human beings, to say the 75 years of occupation, the 75 years of disenfranchisement, the taking away of the opportunity of a Palestinian state to truly be born, for the people, all of the people of the Holy Land to live in peace and security. What Israel are doing in response to Hamas is going to set the Middle East on fire for years to come. It's a total disaster. Over 25,000 civilians killed, over 10,000 children injured and dead. This is immoral, and it looks like the ICJ may well say that this is a potentially unfolding genocide. And so our message to everyone in the Arab world.
We are asking school students, university students and workers in different workplaces and different unions to walk out on that day and therefore to open up a new front against our government and to deepen and strengthen the movement. So put that day, February the 7th, in your diaries. Make sure that you do something at your work. Make sure you have occupations or walkouts in your universities and schools. Let us have coordinated, direct action across this country to bring our government to account.
I'm here to save Palestine from genocide, from the shocking treatment that is being meted out to them by Israel, which is acting as a terrorist state. The heroes so far in this story are, as Nelson Mandela said, South Africa will not be free until Palestine is free, and they are living his words right now by taking Israel to the International Criminal Court of Justice. Apartheid was beaten by an international movement of boycott and by people in South Africa protesting and struggling against apartheid. Israel will be beaten in the same way. We are all part of the same struggle. We are all Palestinians in this struggle.
I'm here today on the demonstration because we've had more than 3 months of this brutal bombardment of Gaza and of the West Bank. It's nothing short of a genocide. We're seeing women, children, everybody destroyed. And we're here to say no. And we're also here to say we don't want the war spreading. Already it's spread to Yemen, where and it will spread elsewhere across the Middle Middle East, and our government and the American governments are very, very complicit in this. They allow Netanyahu to continue, they allow him to do these things, so we're here today to say no, and I'm very proud to be part of a movement which is so big and so committed to getting justice for the Palestinians. The first demonstration I ever went on was a demonstration against apartheid South Africa, and for me, when I was young, it was one of the major issues that concerned me. When I look at apartheid there, I see all the comparisons with apartheid state that is Israel, and therefore I'm very, very keen that we do make the links. I'm very proud that the South African government itself has taken the court case against the Israelis. They're quite right to do so, and I hope that they're victorious. But even if they don't win in the court, we have already won in the court of public opinion. There is no place for apartheid anywhere in the world.
You know, I brought my kids here today, a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. And this isn't the first pro-Palestine march they've been, and I'm sure, unfortunately, it won't be the last. But it's important that we have a generation, I see lots of young people here today, that are always prepared to say, politicians, you've got to listen to us as the people. You've got to make a stand. It isn't right that a few weeks ago, David Cameron sanctioned more arms sales to Israel of armaments from this country. Of course that's not right.
We need to see an immediate ceasefire and an end to the decades-long occupation of Palestine.
You stop now. You have a ceasefire now, a permanent ceasefire now, or we will cut off funds to Israel and they would fall over like a pack of cards. The leaders won't do it. The leaders of the trade union movement have proved ineffective. The leaders of our political parties have proved ineffective. It's now up to us, each one of us, to be a leader in our workplace and a leader in our community.
So the struggle for Palestinian self-determination is the central issue for us today. And when you think back to the 80s, when the struggle against apartheid South Africa was raging, who could have ever foreseen that fast forward to 2024, South Africa would end up being the trailblazing nation, taking Israel to the ICC. Yeah.
We are protesting across the length and breadth of Britain, not just in London, but in Manchester, Brighton, Bristol, Glasgow and Edinburgh.